Hey everyone, Anipod here. So today I'm gonna make the review video for week 7 of the winter season of 2025. So we got some new episodes this last week, and there are some episodes that I want to speak more about and review. So yeah, without further ado, here we go. So the first one we're gonna review from this week is episode 6 of My Happy Marriage. So I made some notes here what I wanted to talk about. Right. So the whole situation with this new guy coming in, right? What was his name? Naoshi. Sorry. Yeah. So Naoshi, he seems to have this mind where he can manipulate people's others' mind or power. He has the power to manipulate other people's minds, right? And that made me question a bit because we got this other girl that is the friend of Mio and the previous fiance of Mio's husband. I forgot his name. But yeah, so I wonder if her father actually was beaten or if that was an illusion that Naoshi created for Kaoruku to take those steps that she did. Also, another thing that kind of is confusing to me, is the fact that it's Naoshi. He's the one that says he's Mio's father, right? But if we go back to season 1, it was Shinji that was the father of Mio, and as I remember it, he was actually the biological father. He had a child with Mio's mother, right? So I don't know where Naoshi gets in the picture here. Maybe I missed some details here. I'm not really sure. I guess I'm gonna keep watching and find out. But overall, for My Happy Marriage, it's been solid. I think I don't feel as strong about the season 2 as I did with season 1, but it's solid. Yes. So the next episode I'm going to review is actually an episode 10, and it's the episode 10 of ReZero season 3. So what did I want to discuss about this episode? All right, this was actually a very well produced episode, I think. Especially they leveled up the animation a lot, I think, and we can especially see that with the fighting scenes. But I also want to lift when Priscilla was fighting. There was this fire around, right? And they actually had the particles showing around during the fight with the other woman that has all the paper, like a mummy around her, right? I forgot her name. Well done with the details on that. And the other interesting thing now is the whole situation with Regulus, right? Where he's fighting Emilia and Subaru, and they're trying to find his weak point, and he's being like, "Oh, I don't really have a weak point." But now we're starting to they start to realize, oh, his heart is not beating. So I wonder what that is about. But they seem to have some kind of hint now how to defeat him at least, and possibly to help the other wives. We're gonna see how it turns out, of course. But it's getting interesting, and overall, a very good episode. The latest episode. That's, I guess, what I can say for this one. The next episode I want to discuss is an episode 6 of The Online Shopper in Another World. So, with this episode, I wanted to discuss, let's see, right, that he has to go to the new town, right? Because the nobles in the previous town, I forgot the name of the town, but they're after him. Rumors are starting to spread, I think. And Anemone following, right? Because she doesn't want to be without him, because, understandable, because he saved her. But now, Anemone is following him to this new. Well, they live a bit outside the town, right? And she's actually got a friend, Mary. And apparently, Mary has now started to suffer some disease which can't be cured with just regular medicine. It has to be some sort of flower. So that's what they're going to do, to try to find that flower. But now we have the other issue with the bandits, right? Or whatever. I think they're bandits, right? They're after Mary's father, which I don't know what is the reason, but it looks like he's not completely innocent here. He seems to have some old business with them, unclear business, obviously. So I'm curious to know more about that. Um, anyway, we're gonna wait and see the next episode. So the next one I wanted to talk about is, let's see, episode 7 of Momentary Lily. So I remember the episode before this one with the whole fan service thing and the swimsuits, and it is what it is with that. For this episode, that was a really good episode. Well, I think the first half of the latest episode was a bit slow, but the second part made things a lot more interesting with this one. So, right, it was the whole mystery, right, with Renge, because now we start to see, because I actually thought humanity was wiped out, except these girls, but it looks like they were just hiding in shelters somewhere far away where the monsters haven't gone to yet. Um, and I saw another reactor actually say that oh, well, this kind of ruins the show a bit, but it is what it is to me. But everyone reuniting now with their families, right? Except for Renge, because we don't really know much about Renge. But it looks like she might have a sister that is looking for her, but she seems to suffer some sort of amnesia, right? The sister did look a lot like her, and it looks like she's now going to try to find her sister. At the same time, she has these flashbacks, right, of when Yuri passed away, and she still sees Yuri. Her her injuries are healed by themselves. So I would assume she's not human. Uh, Now I think this is an original, right? I think so. Yeah. So my I remember another reactor was guessing on this one, and he thought that maybe she was actually the one that came to destroy the mankind. That could be it. I don't really know, but there's a lot of mystery now with Renki, and maybe the show turns more dark from here if we keep watching, because it's been a little bit, even though it's like the monsters are coming and everything, and humanity is at danger. There's still been a lot of like funny moments, more like slice of life a lot of the times. Nothing wrong with that really, but it looks like maybe the show can become more serious soon. So we're gonna wait and see. Right, I think that's what I can say about this one. The next one is, let's see, I have to change. It's actually an episode 19, and it is episode 19 of Blue Box. So yeah, I'm following the Netflix release. So I haven't watched the latest episode that has not yet been released on Netflix outside of Japan. So that's why I'm reviewing episode 19 right now. But yeah, so um, right, they had the culture festival, and yeah, right, the whole situation with Shinatsu and Taiki watching the rock band, right? I think Shinatsu confessed there. I think she actually started to develop feelings. Maybe she's feeling a bit like competition with what was her name? With Hina, right? That maybe, or maybe she started to realize her feelings more because Taiki is a lot of the times he's there for her, right? So I think she was confessing because she didn't want to say it again, but of course he's clueless, so he didn't realize. But all right, it looks like, especially in this episode, it looks like they're gonna be more love rivalry now, right? Because it wasn't just Shinatsu, it was also Hina, because Hina was supposed to be. I don't remember what exact play they were going to do. If it was Snow White, maybe, but something like that, and where they had to get the kiss, right? And apparently someone else was supposed to be the prince, but now it's Taiki has to be the prince, right? Now, I would assume that I haven't watched episode 20 yet, but my guess is that they're not gonna kiss for real. It's probably gonna be, some fake kissing probably. But then I still give them some heartbeats, right? Especially for Taiki, who only now looks at Shinatsu, right? But maybe he will start to see Hina more as a girl, which I think Hina's been very clear about it too, that she wants that. So maybe. I mean, I actually ship Hina more, so that would be great for me. Yeah, I think that's what I can say about that one. The next one is actually a show that I forgot to review the last week. I saw it afterwards, but we're still gonna review this week's episode. Um, and it is episode 7 of TASOKARE Hotel. So I'm actually surprised by how enjoyable this show is. I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm enjoying the mystery here. Um, and apparently, a lot of people say this is similar to another anime that is called like Death Parade, I think. And I haven't watched Death Parade, so people who have watched Death Parade, maybe they won't think this one is anything special, right? Because they've already seen Death Parade, and I heard good things about that one as well. So for them, I can understand if this is not something special, but for me, this is something unique because I did not watch Death Parade. So if I enjoy this, I'm probably going to enjoy Death Parade more, but we'll see if I ever have time to watch that one. But for this show, a lot of good mystery. There's actually been some emotional times too in this show, especially, for example, the guy that stole from his mother, but she was still like, "Oh, come home and I have made you a hamburger steak." That was actually very emotional. And we got, yeah. So the only thing I don't like Atori. I think his name was no, not Atori. No, I don't know problems with Atori. It wasn't him. I think it was Masaki who was the evil guy, right? Yeah, the way he made the other girl go to hell, for example. Not my favorite character, but he's supposed to be. I think this one is based on a game, right? If I remember correctly, because I've seen comments saying like, "Oh, this is how it was in the game," or this was not how it was in the game. So yeah. Well, for episode 7 though, I made some notes. Right, there was this new lady that seems to be a single mom, right? And she wanted to help her daughter, with the money to get her food and everything. And her choice really was to go into call center for scamming people of lottery tickets, I think. And yeah, um, and eventually the police caught them, and she ended up dying, of course. And which is sad for the daughter, I think, because now yes, she's gonna be taken care of by her father, which was out of the picture first because the mother was like, I can do this by myself, but she's still gonna end up without the mother from here. Now I actually thought for a while that she was actually Ruri's mom, the way she behaved towards Ruri. I thought, because Ruri has some backstories too, right? So I thought, oh, that's her mom, but it wasn't. It was, I guess, the lady was more like, I'm gonna take care of you because you're in a similar situation as me. Um, but at the end, of course, she left with the cat. No, the cat was in the latest episode. Sorry, no, but she left, when she realized she had died. But at least now, I think Rudy realizes that her family is the hotel, and because she's still alive, they said she's in like a vegetable state in the real life. But yeah, and also we saw Neko cooking for her. We saw how much she tried though. She had the band-aids on her fingers and everything. That's her new family, the hotel. But overall, very satisfied with TASOKARE Hotel. I think it's a very enjoyable show. So the next one is, let's see, episode 6 of the Guild Receptionist. So, what kind of notes did I make for that one? Right. So, I've noticed this now for a few episodes, but I'm actually starting to ship Loe and Lulele. I know this have more like a friendship around them, but I don't know. I still feel like they could be a good couple, right? I hope I'm not the only one. And of course, we got the backstory now with Lulele as well, with her old guild. being a quote murderer, which wasn't really the case. It was just like she wanted both to be alive, but she ended up both end up dying. That was a really difficult situation for her. I think um, I think she would have been called a murderer either way because one had to die anyway. Um, at least she's better at healing now, I think. And Loe understood her too. So yeah. All right. I think I don't. Right. There was the other thing as well that I wanted to discuss with that episode, and that is, when after they had done the overtime, right, and Alina and Jade goes out to drink, right, and Alina gets drunk and she's talking about this guy named Shroud, which I guess she has this backstory, right? Uh, I do wonder if this is related to the guy that we saw in her previous episodes ago when he was like dead. If it was the same guy or if this is someone else that's supposed to come afterwards, I'm not sure. But I would assume it's the same guy that she still misses. That could actually be a reason why she's so reluctant to Jade right now, right? Not because she's like trying it trying to be stubborn, but because maybe her past hurts too much. That could be it. We don't really know. It reminds me, yeah. So we'll see who this Shroud is, if we get some more information on that. I still hope that Alina will warm up more to Jay, which, I mean, she already has, but even more, I hope. All right. The next one is, let's see, episode 7 of OKITSURA. So, still one of my favorite shows, and this latest episode even boosted up the points actually for me. Um, so I don't know much about Okinawa, but I want to go there in the future, and this show really helps a lot with the knowledge. Each episode I learn something new. I'm very grateful for that. So now we got the whole situation where Hina and Kana goes to see Teru, right? And they go to I think it was Kana's place they went to. And before that, they were supposed to stop at Union to buy some stuff. I never heard of Union before, but apparently it's always open even during typhoons. And when it's closed, it's like super popular on social media too. When Union is closed, it's a very, very heavy typhoon. So yeah, that was actually very interesting to know. I think. And yeah, of course, when they were home at Kana's place, we also got some cute moments between them, especially when the lights went out. Um, and also, it was interesting to know about the snakes in Okinawa. I don't remember the names of them, but how they are. I think also they had some cute animations on how the predating works in Okinawa between the animals when the girls were like in costumes of the animals, right? That was very cute. And the dream that Teru had at the end with Hina speaking normal Japanese actually fooled me. I thought that was for real, actually. When she was started blushing, I actually thought, oh, wow, she's actually getting feelings here. But then after a while, okay, this might be a dream, which is too bad because, I mean, we're going to see, like, his intention is really to get Hina's attention, right? Because he already got Kana's attention, right? But he wants Hina's attention. So I wonder if Hina, because I said this before, Hina is very innocent. I don't think she really understands this, but maybe eventually she does. We're gonna see if something happens there. Yep, that was that episode. And the last episode that I want to discuss is episode 7, which I watched today, of Senshu. A great episode, by the way. I really want to say that. We got some good backstory on Natsuko, how she got into this career being an animator. It already started from childhood, right? She was the weird one, I guess, but it's fine. She was a real heartbreaker too, twice. She broke someone's heart, at least. Because I don't think the college guy was really in love with her, but the other two definitely were. The animation though, I actually started laughing a bit when the dude started running because she told him, you know, you should run as fast as you can. And he became even better because of her. But all she was like, I just want this for the drawing, right? That was very funny actually. But they went hard on his running animation actually, and his feelings. That was very funny. It's a bit sad for him, of course, but overall it was very funny. And of course the college animation too, with, you know, because when I think of, you know, the animation club at a college, now I don't really know how they work in Japan, but I wouldn't assume they would have like mappa quality when you go there, right? I would assume it would be more like simple animation, right? But then she arrives and she's like, no, let's make this, you know, 10 out of 10 animation. Everyone's like, wow, that was very funny. And now the cliffhanger though at the end, that's what I want to talk about too, with the bird coming. Like she was like, well, is this supposed to be this happy? And the bird was like, no, what is that? What is that? So I'm still wondering if this, you know, maybe she never died of the food, maybe she's just dreaming and then comes back. I don't know actually. But the bird thing at the end was very interesting actually. That was interesting. Overall, a very good episode. So I think I've discussed all the episode that I wanted to discuss. So yeah, I don't have anything else to add really. So I did watch some other episodes as well, but these were the ones that I really wanted to talk about. So yeah, these were the ones that I felt I had something more to say about. But anyway, I'm also gonna upload my top 10 for the week. So yeah, but I think that's all I can say. So if you have any other thoughts or comments, you can leave a comment in the comment section. And my Twitter account is linked in the description box. So have a nice day. Bye.